source of Ganges River, opposite to the city of Banaras.
I'll get up.
The professor is in a hurry to cross the Ganges in time for his scheduled lecture as a guest speaker at the prestigious Institute of Futurology. I can't believe it. The bridge is destroyed from last week's flood. Typical India. Typical. How am I supposed to get across this blasted river? I simply must be at the university on time. How am I supposed to do this? Hey, you! Tell me, how on earth and heaven is one supposed to get across this river when the bridge is out? Huh?
Well, you could take a boat.
A boat? Not a bad idea. And where might one find a boat under these conditions? No doubt there are thousands of people trying to get a boat across the river under these conditions. Hey, you, wake up. Take me across the river.
Take? Liver? I'm not a doctor. Go to the hospital.
No, across the river. Take me across the river.
Okay, one way round trip.
One way.
One person?
Me and my phone.
Okay, 5 rupees, 50 paisa.
5 rupees 50 paisa? That's insane.
Well, 5 rupees for you and 50 paisa for your phone.
Forget it. I'm not going to pay that much. In my country, that's called thievery.
As you like, but I don't think you're going to find anyone cheaper. That's the price these days. A man has to earn a living to support his family.
Okay, just show me your boat.
Just 5 minutes, I'll be finished mending this life jacket.
No, let's go now. I'll be late for my appointment at the university. I must deliver a very important speech in exactly 1 hour.
Sir, look at the clouds. I think there's going to be a storm.
Clouds? Storm? Let me check the weather conditions on my phone. No. Great. No rain. 80% chances, no rain. Come on, let's go now.
All right, here's my boat. Please get in, sir.
Is this boat valuable?
Vegetable? We don't grow vegetables here.
No, not vegetable. Navigable. It doesn't leak.
No, sir. I have the same boat for 20 years now. No problem.
All right, let's go. Okay, tell me, Boatman, if you don't mind me asking, what is your age?
My age, 52 last week.
52. And I suppose you've been rowing boats across the Ganges for your whole life?
That's right.
Did you ever consider using a motorboat?
Invest? Motor?
Sure, if you had started saving money when you were young, by now you could have bought a first-class motorboat. Not only would you not have to work so hard in your old age, you could carry a lot more passengers and make a lot more money. With that extra money, you could buy more boats and rent them out. And by now you could be a rich man. Money makes money, they say.
Money. I'm certainly not a rich man, but I get by. And whatever excess money I have, I use for Krishna Seva.
Krishna what? You don't mean to say that you belong to the Hare Krishna sect, do you?
My family has been worshipping Krishna for generations. I don't know what you mean by sect. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. He says, I am the Supreme Lord, the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices. Therefore, I worship and simply accept the statement of Bhagavad Gita.
This religion nonsense. Nothing more than an opiate for people if you ask me. It is one thing I have to agree with Karl Marx about. Religion is the opiate for people. Have you ever heard of Karl Marx?
Carl, I know that guy, the retarded sweeper. He cleans in very dirty places.
First of all, I did not need to know that. And second of all, just see. You don't even know anything. You haven't had the slightest idea about economics, neither for your own economic advancement, nor in theory. You have no idea about the great theories of economics by which this whole world moves. Typical India. I must say, Boatman, 25% of your life is wasted.
Wasted?
Wasted. Simply wasted.
Well, I wouldn't say wasted. I may not be so well educated as far book learning goes in school, but every evening I hear stories read by our village brahmanas from the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. You have heard of these books, right, sir?
Of course I know these books. Of course. It's all mythology. All mythology. Just some stories compiled for maintaining a stable and complicit society. As the rest of the world marches onward to greater and greater frontiers of advancement, India hobbles behind worshipping her sacred cows. You probably don't even know that we have landed men on the moon, do you?
Yes, someone was telling me about that, but quite frankly, I have my doubts.
Doubts?
Yes, doubts. After all, what did they find there? A few rocks, I heard?
Not a few rocks, a lot of rocks.
Okay, a lot of rocks. Anyway, according to the Vedic description of the moon, there's much more than rocks to be found there. Actually, it is a very beautiful place, a heavenly place. The people there live for 10,000 years, with each day being equal to our 6 months. If you ask me, they didn't land on the moon. Maybe some other planet. Anyway, they couldn't stay there. So what is the use?
Use? For advancement of human knowledge, of course. Man has an intrinsic need to explore the vast reaches of unknown, to leave no stone unturned, as the saying goes.
That's alright, but what is the use if you know so much about moon, rocks, and film stars, but you don't know who you are?
You think I don't know who I am? Of course I know who I am. I am the famous, one and only, Professor Swaggerite, with degrees in several subjects including astrophysical biology, political economics linguistics, and ontological paleocryptology. And I've studied so many subjects thoroughly and written hundreds of papers and articles and books, and I'm so busy with speaking engagements that I simply have no time.
No time to consider who you actually are? After all, that is what the human life is for. That is what the Vedas say. The goal of life is to realize who you really are as an eternal spiritual soul.
Look, Boatman, that's quite enough. And why are you slowing down? It is getting late. Hurry up, for God's sake.
Yes, okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
With your cows and Vedas and all that, you don't even believe that we have landed on the moon. Ha! I said 50% of your life is wasted. My God! I almost forgot. I had to prepare my address to the Institute of Futurology about human genetic perfection. Where's my notebook? What's this book? Oh yes, I remember now. Some young lady sold me this book in the New York airport. I told her I wouldn't have time to read it, but she wouldn't take a no for an answer. Sanskrit, a very old language. Srinvatam Sva Kata Krishna. Ha! Krishna! I thought so. You Krishnas are everywhere. In the revealed scriptures, the ultimate object of knowledge is Sri Krishna. The personality of Godhead. The purpose of performing sacrifice is to please Him. Yoga is for realizing Him. Interesting. All fruitive activities are ultimately rewarded by Him only. He is the supreme knowledge, and all severe austerities are performed to know Him. Religion, dharma, is rendering loving service unto Him. He is the supreme goal of life. That's 1.2.28 and 29. Quite interesting.
Jai, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Oh no, again this Krishna. Why me? Anyway, look here, Boatman. Just get me across this accursed river, and fast.
Excuse me, sir, but this river is none other than the sacred mother of Ganges, whose water emanate from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Please don't offend her in that way.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I suppose you want to tell me that the water is completely pure? Huh? If you only knew how much disease-carrying microorganisms these rivers in India carry. Sometimes I wonder what is the use of this country at all. After all that the British did for you, you still insist on keeping your antiquated ways. Boatman, tell me what you know about the British colonial time in India.
Not a whole lot. I know they came and built railroads all over the place so that many people left the land and went to cities to work in factories.
75% of your life is wasted. I say there, where did you get this propaganda? What nonsense. Simply nonsense. If it weren't for the British, hey, what's going on? It's raining and getting cold and blowing like anything. Boatman, can't you be quicker?
I'm trying my best, sir, but the current is very strong. Jaya Govinda, Jaya Gopala. The weather is very unpredictable at this time of year. A heavy rainstorm can come at a moment of notice.
Hurry up! This can't be. I have to deliver my lecture on futurology. Look, I'll even pay you 5 rupees extra to hurry up.
That's all right. I don't think it'll help at this point. You can keep your money.
What are you doing now?
Getting ready to swim.
Swim? You're gonna swim?
What else is there to do? Excuse me, sir, but we'll just have to swim for it now. It's not so far, but can you swim, by the way?
No!
Then 100% of your life is wasted.
After all, he had read a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. He heard Hare Krishna Mahamantra and even drowned in the sacred Ganga. No doubt, freeing him from all sinful reactions of his past misdeeds. As for his so-called advanced learning and technology, we see that it was not sufficient to defend him from the jaws of death. Our simple boatman, on the other hand, didn't have book knowledge on so-called advancement, But he had sufficient knowledge not only to save himself from a physical dangerous situation, but also to bring him to realize the goal of life, going back to home, back to Godhead. We urge you to read the books mentioned in this play, the ancient Vedic literatures, translated into English by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita are available today from the devotees here. Thank you very much.
Have a seat.
Hare Krishna. That was a wonderful performance. Let's give a big Haribol to the They worked very hard for the entire 2 weeks to get this drama in place. I would like to introduce the participants. The professor is Pradyumna, and the wonderful boatman is Jayan, and the villager is Srivatsa. Thank you everybody for paying attention. Thank you.